All right, gonna be trying another off Pheno pod. It's Scotch Brains XCP chocolate that came out as a red phenotype. I don't know a whole lot about the Scotch Brains XCP varieties. But I know they look mean. I've heard some people say they're not too crazy hot. I've heard some people say they're screaming hot. So I don't really know what to expect, but I'm gonna prepare for the hottest, especially it being an off pheno, and my experience with off phenos being that they are screamers for the most part. Definitely making up my top 5 hottest peppers that I've eaten so far. So we'll see if this continues that trend, or if I'm pleasantly surprised with something that's around the heat that I was assuming it was supposed to be. Yeah, here goes. Already hot. A little bitter. Kind of a hint of sweetness. I don't really want to swallow this. It was hot as soon as it touched my tongue. Hot as soon as I swallowed. I imagine it's going to be an all-mouth burn. And I imagine it's going to pick up quite a bit. That's pretty hot already. Nothing crazy at the beginning. It is kind of hitting in some weird spots. A lot of chunks in all my teeth too, so just trying to say as much as I can just in case it picks up and becomes too hot for me to talk. Heat has spread to the roof of my mouth, into my gums, back of the lips, under the tongue. Yeah, it's a full mouth, full throat burn. It's not crazy hot yet, but the amount of things that are burning are kind of crazy in that aspect. I don't think I've had everything burn. And right now, everything is burning. It's not really going down the chest, surprisingly. I was expecting a lot of heat in the chest, especially after being hot immediately like that. It seems to be slowly building, but like very slowly. I think the hottest, sharpest burn right now is actually in the gums between the teeth. I think I got most of the chunks. Not all of them. And the burn behind the lips is picking up. Tip and sides of the tongue are getting sharper as well. Heat in the back of the throat seems like it went down, but it could just be the heat in the mouth picking up and getting hotter. I'm starting to feel a little bit of a smidge of heat just above the stomach. So it's trying to trick me. It's trying to sneak in there. Hopefully it's not too painful in the gut. I feel like I can handle some mouth pain, but gut pain, I'm nervous about. Even when I prep, like sometimes it gets me pretty good. When I talk, my lips and gums fire up even more. Excuse me, it's making me burp. Of course, it's working on the sinuses and causing me to salivate. Excuse me. Little bit of sweat, not very much. Just a little clammy. Hard to talk with all the mucus and saliva running at the same time. It's crazy. But yeah, it honestly it doesn't feel like it's gonna be too much to handle. It's definitely really hot. I think I would put this hotter than the Peach Reaper that I had the other day. And maybe it just stings a lot more, but yeah, I'd put it slightly hotter than that, not by too much, and I think mostly because it's like a stinging burn. I think it just hurts more. Like my throat burn seems like it's gone at this point, but my mouth burn is still like the whole mouth, but mainly the lips, the sides and tip of the tongue, and then the gums, especially between the teeth. Those are the hottest parts right now. That's where the burn is mainly at. Hints of burn throughout the rest of the mouth as well still. And quite painful. It's not going down. It's still at its plateau. Yeah, not nearly as bad as I was expecting, thank goodness. But I wouldn't call it an easy pepper to eat either. It's not making me like breathe in and just to cool down, but it's like it's not a joke. It's not messing, or it's not messing around. Tastes pretty good though. I kind of like it. It's got a weird bitterness to it that is actually kind of pleasant. It's not one of those. It's not really one of those like gross bitterness tastes. It's not a gross bitter taste. It's like a pleasant bitter taste, and I don't know what I would compare it to, but it's not bad. And then it has that little bit of sweetness that adds to it as well. It's pretty nice. Yeah, I might try growing these out and seeing if it's a cross or if it just reverted back to red Pheno or what happened. But it did supposedly come from a chocolate pod, so yeah. Bricklayer was the person who sold me this box, and I got these from Brick. So I am going to ask him some more questions about these, and I'll see if I can get a little bit more information. But that's kind of what I know about it so far. Heat's going down a little bit, not by much though, and if it's going down, it's like very, very gradually. Might even be like going down a little bit and then plateauing, and then going down a little bit and plateauing. I wouldn't be surprised if it was doing that. I'm having a hard time telling because it's going down so slowly. But yeah, it's still very hot. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. You like those long, lingering hot burns? This one's definitely gonna be nice to have. I don't know too much else to say about the pod, except that once again, I really like the flavor, and I want to try and grow these and see if they'll just stay the same or if they're going to be a crazy variety of different things on the next grow out. Guess I'll have to see, but yeah. It's still very hot. I think the gums are starting to go down less than the lip burn at this point. And it's all on the inside of the mouth. It's not coming out of the mouth at all, that I can tell. So it's the inside of the lips, not the outside of the lips. Most of the tongue burn is gone. There's a little bit on the sides still, and a little bit on the tip of the tongue, but I would argue fairly negligible. Either right around or just below habanero heat. Nothing crazy at all. Anything that was in the throat, completely gone at this point. Except for there. Swallowed that a little funny. Excuse me. But yeah, the burn is very weird. A lot of the heat as it lingers on is really focused in the front of the mouth, on the tongue, the lips, and the gums. And right now, it's mainly lips and gums, but the hottest part is the gum. Or no, sorry, the lips. So yeah. I feel like the burn in the throat's kind of coming back a little bit. Probably just from me swallowing the saliva funny. Just kind of reached a certain part of the throat that was just like, oh, I'll add a little sensation there because I haven't felt it yet. But other than that, it's not too bad. It's not a bad burn. Yeah. I'm not noticing too much difference in heat in the front of the mouth going down. We're definitely still warmer than habanero, but we're not as stingy anymore as we were at the beginning, I think. I think at the beginning there was a much sharper, stingier burn, and at this point, it's kind of warmed up, and doesn't hurt as bad, but has like a warmer feel to it. Excuse me. We're getting down a little bit faster now, but I think I am gonna call it. We're not too far away from habanero heat at this point in the whole mouth, as far as I can tell, but I don't really have anything else to say about it, so thanks for watching.